This topic is about who needs shadow work. Many people confused about the name shadow work. What is it actually covers? So some people connect shadow work with journaling, with self-development, with digging deeper into their subconscious mind and basically bringing into awareness what is going on inside their emotional roller coaster. This is all could be part of it. And when we start doing shadow work is when we want to actually go into the layers and clear out the layers. First step could be obviously to bring into awareness what is hurting, what is there to release, what is there to actually forgive. It can be part of, why is it called shadow, is because it can be part of our guilt and shame, because sometimes we feel guilty and ashamed of past experiences we had with someone else, even though we feel betrayed by the other person, we still might we were responsible for that situation as well. So basically, that's why it's shadow, we don't want to talk about it, we want to cover it up. And that's why many people do the shadow work alone. And that's actually dangerous, because if you start the shadow work alone and then you just bringing up the awareness, bringing the subconscious hurt, the subconscious disappointment, the subconscious guilt and shame into awareness, you just actually bring it into your conscious mind, and then you will start thinking about it over and over again. And if you don't know how to release it, how to actually get rid of it, it's just gonna be overwhelming for you and more depressing. So that's when you might go into depression or having some more negative thoughts and more going deeper into the rabbit hole. So basically, do shadow work only if you know how to actually eventually release it and let go that situation. So basically, you do the journaling, you bringing up all the memories which you are already aware. Oh yes, I remember I got disappointed, I remember I got hurt, I remember this and this happened. And then you bring up those awareness, but then you need to know how properly release that from the unconscious mind, the traumatic experience. To release it, you need to get to the point in that release that you forgive to those people. It doesn't mean you need to call them up or send them a letter or email hey, hi, I forgive you for what you have done. No, you don't need to do that, because they don't even care. Why you need to forgive is just for your inner peace and for your energy to cut the cords and then to actually let it go eventually. And when you at the point of forgive and the point of releasing these negative emotions properly, then you won't attract triggers anymore. It won't bother you anymore. You will become eventually calmer and more healthy and more happy in your everyday life if you go through this shadow work, basically. So why is that? Because if you stop attracting triggers, the triggers are the ones which creating negative emotions, and the negative emotions which causing actually physical illnesses as well. So you prevent diseases in your life, in a later life for yourself as well. So this is really important to actually know that you have things to work on. And how do you know it? If you don't have memories about it, it's through your triggers. If you get triggered daily, if you feel negative emotions, if you are on a roller coaster every day, if you feel like crying, if you feel devastated, if you feel disappointed, sad, just, angry about maybe outside of circumstances, if triggers are around you and you get affected and you react to the triggers, it means you need to actually get into shadow work and release those traumas, because otherwise it's just gonna hit you all the time and eventually become a physical illness. That's what you don't want, right? Because the health is the most important in our life. If you don't have health, you can't enjoy anything else. In a pain, in a physical limitation, you can't enjoy love, you can't enjoy travel, you can't enjoy your money, your new dresses, or going to movies or anything. If you are sick and in pain physically, you can't enjoy this life. So that's the most important thing, is to actually get to that point, to not getting sick and not getting weak. And then why you're getting sick and weak is your emotions, your negative emotions. And to stop those negative emotions is you need to release the root, which is a buried trauma. How to do that? There is different ways. What I do with my clients is called source memory healing, which you can actually practice with me one-on-one, or you can actually, when you become my client, after that you even get a recorded track what you can use for your own benefits later on, because the healing journey is a long journey. It's not just 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 8 weeks. But as long as you get triggers, you use it. For me, I started this 6 years ago, this specific tool, modalities for this. And then at the beginning, I used it every week, or a couple of times a week. But now it's like several months, I don't even do it because I don't get triggered, So basically, maybe I use it once in 6 months or something like that, when I eventually get into a brand new situation I never experienced recently. And then it's like, wow. So then I do it again, the release, and then I'm again in peace and harmony with my life, and then I'm happy and healthy. So basically, that's why it's so important to get into it as soon as possible, because then you prevent so many negative things to happen to you physically and mentally and spiritually. Thank you so much for watching. And if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel because I upload daily, and see you next time.